The time is now. It's now time for International Falls Broncos fall sports action. From the gridiron to the volleyball court to the swimming pool, your International Falls Broncos are gearing up and ready to go this 2025-2026 season. Thank you to all the sponsors of the International Falls Broncos fall sports. And now it's time to get to the action. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's yours truly, Augie Schmidt here, trying to not start off with so much fire at the very beginning because it is senior night here at International Falls High School, and we are currently honoring our graduating seniors on the varsity volleyball squad. As you can see, they have all of the different levels of Broncos volleyball teams out there, from the JV squad all the way to the rec league players. And so they are just about to announce this year's seniors. So let me go over who are our graduating seniors from the Broncos volleyball team. Starting off with number 9, Lauren Basaraba. Her parents are Amy Basaraba and Jeff Schuff, and they are also honoring the memory of Troy Basaraba. Her future goals are to go to college, to pursue a career in healthcare, and eventually to travel. And her favorite volleyball memory is getting to Hibbing really early and going for a walk and playing at the park. Her advice to future players are to work hard, stay positive, and enjoy every minute on and off the court, as these memories will stay with you forever. The next senior being introduced is number 19, Morgan Morin DeMars. Her parents are Holly Morin and John DeMars, and her future goals are attending a college and getting her degree in early childhood education. Her favorite volleyball memory, the team playing on the playground before their game in Hibbing. And her advice to future players are to always give it your all and never take anything for granted. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Enjoy it while you can. It goes by so fast. Our next senior being introduced is number 21, Chesney Scrine. She is the daughter of Crystal and Jamie Scrine. Her future goals are planning to travel and attending the College of St. Scholastica to pursue a degree in pharmacy while continuing to play softball at the college level. Her favorite volleyball memory is when she was an 8th grader practicing with varsity and her having to return a kill from Gracie Swenson, and she started to cry right afterwards. And her advice to future players are that time flies, so make the most of it, stay positive, be a leader, and most important, always have fun. And the next senior coming out is number 16, Charlie Swanson. Her parents are Chuck and Kelly Swanson. Her future goals are to attend Minnesota North Rainy River to finish her AA. After that, she plans on going to a technical college to become a radiology technician. Her favorite volleyball memory is junior year at the Chisago Lakes trip. A student from Augsburg wore underwear on his head, and her, Cameron, and Piper took a selfie with him and peed their pants laughing for the next whole week. And their advice to future players is that nobody is perfect. You will make mistakes, and that is okay. Learn from them and grow. Charlie Swanson. Our next senior is number 18, Cameron Rasmussen. Coming up, her parents are Kim Hebert and Stacy Rasmussen. Her future goals are planning to go to college and possibly major in biology, followed by a dentistry program to become a dentist. And her favorite volleyball memory is that last year's ride to the cities tournament, specifically trying to convince the waitress at Applebee's that it was Aaron's birthday to get free dessert. I have actually done that before with my friends for prom dinner, but that's another story. Her advice to future players is don't wish for it, work for it. Cameron Rasmussen. And last but certainly not least, Peyton Russo, number 6. Her parents are Tim and Erin Russo, and her future goals is she plans to go to school to become a pediatric doctor or surgeon. Her favorite volleyball memory is when Lauren and her tackled each other, saving a ball. And her advice to future players is to keep your head high. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And that is Peyton Russo. And those are your graduating seniors from the Broncos varsity volleyball players. Special thank you to all you gals for playing on the team, and best of luck in your future endeavors when you move on from high school. And wow, what a great way to honor the seniors. I like this a lot. I think this is a great way to honor them. So once again, our graduating seniors: Lauren Basaraba, Morgan Morin DeMars, Chesney Skrine, Charlie Swanson, Cameron Rasmussen, and Peyton Russo. They're going to take a quick minute to get some pictures, and I'm going to take a quick minute and let you guys listen to some of our sponsors for tonight as we get ready for our actual pregame show. This is Augie Schmidt live on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM, as well as on yourliveevent.com. Broncos versus Agates. It is International Falls versus Two Harbors varsity volleyball action coming up on Lakes Country 104, as well as yourliveevent.com.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, this is Rob from Falls Lumber Company. I'm new to the company, though not to the industry. If you're looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, stop in and see me in the Design Center. I can help you pick out the perfect cabinets or countertops from brands such as Crystal Cabinets, Cambria, Corian, and Silestone. If you're in need of flooring, we have options including luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, engineered hardwood, and tile. Stop into the Design Center to see me anytime. When you're looking to build or remodel, come to the experts at Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street in International Falls.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, this is Rob from Falls Lumber Company. I'm new to the company, though not to the industry. If you're looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, stop in and see me in the Design Center. I can help you pick out the perfect cabinets or countertops from brands such as Crystal Cabinets, Cambria, Corian, and Silestone. If you're in need of flooring, we have options including luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, engineered hardwood, and tile. Stop into the Design Center to see me anytime. When you're looking to build or remodel, come to the experts at Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street in International Falls.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM, as well as on yourliveevent.com. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. And hey, we are here live getting ready for some varsity volleyball action here at Falls High School. It's the Broncos of International Falls taking on the visitors from Two Harbors High School, the Agates. I may or may not be messing that up this whole time. Who knows? Hopefully not. Maybe someone will correct me. But I'm excited for this matchup. We have two exciting teams coming into today's matchup. And the Broncos are celebrating their senior night as well. So special shout out to those graduating seniors of the varsity Broncos squad. And now let's get into our pre-game show, starting off with the Broncos. Excuse me. the Broncos, they have had quite some success as of late. They ended up in their most recent contest getting a sweep when they were on the road against Northeast Range, and so they're going to be riding the momentum and making sure they did everything right that they did correctly in that game in this one. And so they've been having some late success, which is something really good, especially because they have a big rivalry match coming up in a little under a week at this point. Yes, that's right, the Broncos and Littlefoot Big Falls Vikings. By the way, shout out to the Vikings celebrating homecoming today. The Broncos and Vikings will play next Thursday, October 2nd. So stay tuned for that game, because that is going to be an exciting one. And so Broncos getting ready for today's senior night matchup against the Agates, and so their biggest key is going to be serve and receive. I think the Broncos, they have a strong defense, but sometimes on the serve receive, they can be a little bit iffy. So they got to make the smart decisions in that serve receive in order to come away with a win today. And so let's look at our varsity Broncos starting lineup. Starting off, number 2, Neva Kokesh. Number 4, Peyton Grasshorn. Number 5, Cami Cronin. Number 9, the senior, Lauren Basaraba. Number 16, another senior, Charlie Swanson. And number 21, a senior who helps round out this starting lineup, Chesney Scrine. And the libero for today, wearing number 10, the sophomore, Mara Buller. The team also consists of number 13, Hadley Whitbeck, senior number 18, Cameron Rasmussen, senior number 19, Morgan Morin DeMars, and the sophomore number 20, Eliana Koenig. That's your Broncos starting lineup. As you guys know, they have been without Peyton Russo for quite some time now, ever since she suffered from an elbow injury earlier in the season. And so she's another senior who sadly will not be able to finish out her senior season, but we still pray and hope for a quick recovery from Peyton Russo. So that is your Broncos starting lineup. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be back on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM, as well as on yourliveevent.com for our Two Harbors starting lineup.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, this is Rob from Falls Lumber Company. I'm new to the company, though not to the industry. If you're looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, stop in and see me in the Design Center. I can help you pick out the perfect cabinets or countertops from brands such as Crystal Cabinets, Cambria, Corian, and Silestone. If you're in need of flooring, we have options including luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, engineered hardwood, and tile. Stop into the Design Center to see me anytime. When you're looking to build or remodel, come to the experts at Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street in International Falls.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. It's senior night here for the Broncos, and they are taking on the Two Harbor Agates for today's senior night varsity volleyball competition. Yeah, plenty of fans out in the crowds holding up signs and fat heads of our seniors' faces, which always love to see on senior night. Just showing love and appreciation by just holding a giant picture of your head in the crowd is a great way to show appreciation. And now let's talk about Two Harbors and what they need to do to take on this Broncos team. I think the biggest key for Two Harbors coming into today's game is going to be their services as well as their defense. Broncos, they have shown a lot of grit and they've shown a lot of scrap when it comes to defensively, keeping plays alive. But if they can become discombobulated and the other team can mess up their communications through serve-receive, then I think Two Harbors, if they can pull that off, they can come away with a win over your Broncos. So it's just going to depend on the communication, of course, obviously a huge factor, but also which team will conquer from the service and service-receive aspect of the game. And so let's go into our Two Harbors starting lineup. Starting off, number 1, Olivia Hagland. Number 3, Kate Watt. Number 6, Winter Burns. Number 9, Chloe Larson. Number 13, Elena Anderson. Number 14, Brooklyn Nelson. And our libero for the Agates is number 8, Alicia Hurd. And also making up the team, number 2, Delaney Nelson. Number 5, Emily Ojard. Number 7, Kelsey Carlson. Number 16, Belly Bollet. And number 18, Chloe Nesgoda, excuse me. And so that is your Two Harbors starting lineup for today's competition. Let's take a look at our other sponsors as well. As you guys know, the press box is brought to you by Rainy River and Minnesota North College. And, of course, we have our national anthem sponsor, local VFW Post 2948. Join us for burger night and karaoke. Throughout the contest, I'll give a special shout-out to Packaging Corporation of America, who is our scoreboard sponsor. Thank you so much, Packaging Corporation of America, for being our scoreboard sponsor. And so also, there's our timeout sponsor, Service Master of International Falls, for a home professionally cleaned all year round. Call Service Master at 218-283-4475. I was thinking the phone number for the radio station. You can call us for maybe trying to clean your home, but I won't guarantee that us at the radio station will get it done for you. That's why you got to call Service Master instead. And they will sponsor every timeout throughout the contest today. And of course, we have our post-game player awards, such as our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and our Domino's Pizza Player of the Game. Hey, looking for a quick, easy, and delicious dinner? Then look no further than your local Domino's with more than just pizza. Domino's is the perfect carryout after the game, or you can have it delivered. Great deals are always happening at Domino's, 283-3444. Make Domino's your lunch or dinner destination today. And, of course, the Domino's Pizza Player of the Game will receive a Domino's Pizza gift certificate. And the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game will go to the player who has the most energizing, exciting, energetic play of the game. So who knows who that could be? It can be anyone. But those are our sponsors for today's broadcast, as well as all of these other sponsors that you can watch and listen to on Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM, as well as on yourliveevent.com.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, this is Rob from Falls Lumber Company. I'm new to the company, though not to the industry. If you're looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, stop in and see me in the Design Center. I can help you pick out the perfect cabinets or countertops from brands such as Crystal Cabinets, Cambria, Corian, and Silestone. If you're in need of flooring, we have options including luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, engineered hardwood, and tile. Stop into the Design Center to see me anytime. When you're looking to build or remodel, come to the experts at Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street in International Falls.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
International Falls.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. Senior night for the Broncos here today, getting ready and getting excited. Wanted to give a quick update and a quick heads up. So for tomorrow's varsity football game for the Broncos, they are actually not going to be going to Nashwauk. They're going to Coleraine for that game. So that is a 7 p.m. kickoff at the Coleraine field, not at the Nashwauk field as originally thought to be. So if you plan on taking the drive down to the game against Greenway Nashwauk-Keewatin for varsity football action tomorrow night, then don't go to Nashwauk. Go to Coleraine. And so that's an update for there. That game will also be live on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. Once again, another shout out to Little Fort Big Falls as they have their homecoming week, and they are the Vikings volleyball team is going to be playing their homecoming game later tonight, starting at 7. So hopefully they get the win in that game as well, because homecoming is always a big deal. They're facing off against Mountain Iron Buell, so I'm sure it's going to be a great game. And another special shout out to the Vikings football team with their homecoming game tomorrow night, and they're going to be at home on John Thompson Field against Silver Bay. So make sure, if you plan on going to those games in person, then if you plan on going to one of those games in person, then make sure you still tune in on the radio so you can keep up with both teams. Because, hey, it's the borderland. We got Vikings, we got Broncos, we got Muskies in the wintertime. And special shout out to them, by the way. Muskies football team about to travel on the road tomorrow to take on St. Norbert's, who is coached by a former Muskie player, in fact. So that's a fun fact for you there. And so we're just about on the way. Coming up is going to be our local VFW Post 2948 National Anthem. Thank you again, local VFW Post 2948, for sponsoring our national anthem at the beginning of every game. You already heard our starting lineups earlier. Broncos starting off with their usual starting 6, with Mara Buller wearing the number 10 and being the libero, the yellow number 10 jersey. Broncos are going to be in the purple with yellow tiger stripes on the sleeves. Two Harbors comes into today's game wearing their black jerseys with maroon half sleeves, upper half sleeves. I'm trying to be descriptive here. The libero in the white jersey. And so we are just about to be underway. Just wanted to give an update on tomorrow's football game for the Broncos taking on Greenway Nashwauk-Keewatin. We'll be back after another break. You are listening and watching on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM, as well as on YourLiveEvent.com.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, this is Rob from Falls Lumber Company. I'm new to the company, though not to the industry. If you're looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, stop in and see me in the Design Center. I can help you pick out the perfect cabinets or countertops from brands such as Crystal Cabinets, Cambria, Corian, and Silestone. If you're in need of flooring, we have options including luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, engineered hardwood, and tile. Stop into the Design Center to see me anytime. When you're looking to build or remodel, come to the experts at Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street in International Falls.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know, all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, this is Rob from Falls Lumber Company. I'm new to the company, though not to the industry. If you're looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, stop in and see me in the Design Center. I can help you pick out the perfect cabinets or countertops from brands such as Crystal Cabinets, Cambria, Corian, and Silestone. If you're in need of flooring, we have options including luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, engineered hardwood, and tile. Stop into the Design Center to see me anytime. When you're looking to build or remodel, come to the experts at Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street in International Falls.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. It is senior night for the Broncos volleyball team taking on the Two Harbors Agates. And one of the best ways they are honoring Senior Day is having all the seniors throw small volleyballs out into the crowd that have autographs and other special messages on them. And as they are finishing up or mentioning the starting lineup for today's contest, let's talk about what's to come for the Broncos. So Broncos are going to be going left to right, purple jerseys with Marbuller, the libero, in the yellow. And for the Two Harbors Agates, they're going to be going right to left. Black jerseys, maroon sleeves, with their libero wearing the white jersey with maroon sleeves. And we are just about underway with our varsity matchup for today. Again, you are listening and watching on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM as well as on YourLifeEvent.com. And it looks like it will be the Broncos who will serve first in today's contest. Starting in the front line, is number 4, Peyton Grasshorn, number 21, Jessie Skrine, and number 9, Lauren Basaraba. The Agates sub in number 8, Alicia Hurd, who is their libero. She's going to go to the back row. In the front row is number 3, Kate Watt, number 14, Brooklyn Nelson, and number 1, Olivia Hagland. In the back row, number 9, Chloe Larson, number 6, Winter Burns, and of course their libero, Alicia Hurd. Broncos to serve first here in set number 1. It's Charlie Swanson, the senior, with the serve. And Charlie Swanson, Broncos get the first point here on Senior Day off of the serve from Swanson. I'd like to count that as an ace, but I'm going to say no, just because technically it was a foul against the Agates. Swanson with the serve. Swanson beelines. Low dig. That looked like it was number 9, Chloe Larson, who was able to get handed it. Broncos are going to set it up for Basaraba, who sends it across the net. That's Hurd. Attempted Hagland over the net. Now Jessie Skrine with her own attempt. And Two Harbors looks like they're going to keep it in play, but unable to set up a play, so they're going to have to just pass it over the net. Swanson sets it up for Grasshorn off the net. No good. Broncos get another attempt. That's Grasshorn once again, and Peyton Grasshorn gets the kill for the Broncos in order to extend their lead now 2-0 on the PCA scoreboard here early in set number 1. Charlie Swanson back once again to serve for International Falls. It is Senior Day, and she is one of the seniors being honored here today. Charlie Swanson, as she serves, out of bounds. That's going to be a point for Two Harbors. As I was saying, Charlie Swanson, her future goals is to attend Minnesota North Rainy River to finish her AA. After that, she plans on going to a technical college to become a radiology technician. Agate's serve was by number 3, Kate Watt. Attempt by Grasshorn, no good. All right, never mind, as a receive by Kate Watt ends up bouncing off the ceiling and goes into the hardwood. That's a Bronco point, 3-1 now on the PCA scoreboard. Back to serve is Lauren Basaraba. Basaraba serve to Hurd. Hurd's going to pass it over. After unable to set up a play, Chesney Scrine sets it up for Grasshorn. Grasshorn off the blockers, kept in play by Brooklyn Nelson, but unable to recover. That's another point for the Broncos, now 4-1 on the PCA scoreboard. Basaraba back again to serve. A 3-point lead for the Broncos. And that's going to be over the back line. So far, the 2 points by Two Harbors has been both from service errors, as number 18, Chloe Nesgoda, gets subbed into the game. She comes in for number 6, Winter Burns. Serving is number 1, Olivia Hagland. Swanson sets it up for Kokesh. Kokesh able to get the kill off of the blockers, unable to get it away from the net, so that's a point for the Broncos, and a kill for Neva Kokesh makes it now 5-2. Chesney Scrine goes back to serve, and Cami Cronin gets subbed into the game. She subs in for number 19, Morgan Morin DeMars. Another fellow senior, Cami Cronin. That's a low dig by number 8, Alicia Hurd, and that's a point for Two Harbors. Makes it now 5-3. Quick substitution coming into the game. Mara Bowler for the Broncos side. And for the Agates, it's number 16 and number 5. Number 16, Belle Bollet. And number 5, Emily Ojard. Bollet to serve for the Agates. 5-3. Swanson sets it up for Grasshorn. Try to throw a rope-a-dope, and that's going to be blocked, but goes out of bounds. So Broncos luck out, because it was definitely going to be out of reach of Neva Kokesh, who was trying to run to save it. So that's a point for the Broncos. 6-3. Subbed into the game, number 18, the senior, Cameron Rasmussen, back to serve. Number 4, Peyton Grasshorn. 3-point lead for the Broncos once again, 6-3. This is going to be set up for number 1, Olivia Hagland, who goes for mid-distance kill. No good. Broncos pass it over. Now they're going to set it up. This time it's number 13, Elena Anderson, who hits the net. That's a point for the Broncos. Now up by 4, 7-3. Grasshorn to serve for the Broncos. 7-3. The score. She serves it. That's going to be out of bounds, though. And so once again, so far only one of these points for the Agates has been off of a kill, as they sub in number 3, Kate Watt. She comes into the game for number 13, Elena Anderson. Marble with the dig after the serve. Rasmussen tried to send it over. It looked like she planted her feet a little too hard, so that's going to be off the net. Point for the Agates, 7-5 now, as Alicia Hurd goes back to serve once again. I was incorrect earlier. Hurd to serve. Rasmussen receives. Grasshorn sets it up for Cronin. Cami Cronin gets the kill. Broncos back up by 3. It is 8-5 now on the PCA scoreboard. That is 3 different Broncos with a kill. Peyton Grasshorn with 2 of them. Neva Kokesh to serve. Kokesh sends it over. That is Hurd with the receive. That's set up for Kate Watt. Broncos unable to get anything going, but their defense stays strong to pass it over. Now this time they're going to set it up for number 18, Chloe Nesgoda, who sends it over the back line. That's out of bounds. Broncos point 9-5 now. And I love that Dolly Parton song a lot. It's a very good song. Kokesh serves. Broncos lead by 4. And Two Harbors able to just pass it over. Grasshorn sets it up. That's Rasmussen trying to go for the back corner. No good. Received by Hurd. Now Two Harbors able to get a point off of that. That, I believe, was number 18, who's getting subbed out, Chloe Nesgoda. So now it's 9-6. Subbed into the game is number 6, Winter Burns. Burns comes into the game for Nesgoda. Served by Burns, received by Bowler. Kokesh over to Rasmussen, who's able to get the pass over the net, avoids danger. Now they're going to set it up. That's Olivia Hagland. Hagland, they've been feeding her a whole bunch, and now she finally gets to eat. That's a kill for Two Harbor, and it's now 9-7 on the PCA scoreboard. Serving is Burns. Sends it to Bowler. Grasshorn Over to Cronin. Cronin, fadeaway kind of attempt. That's going to be hit over the net by number 5, Emily Ojard. No good. Broncos defense stays strong. And Basaraba looked like a bit of an offhand hit there. Kind of hung in the air a little bit, but it worked out okay as Basaraba got the point for the Broncos. And so now quick substitutions coming into the game. Chesney Skrine and Morgan Moran Demars. Demars to serve for International Falls. Received by Hurd. They set it up for Ojard. That's blocked, but it goes out of bounds on the Broncos side of the net. That's a point for Two Harbors. 10-8 now. Substitution on Two Harbors side. Number 16, Bella Boulay comes out of the game. Comes into the game is Brooklyn Nelson. Also subbing in is number 9, Chloe Larson. She comes into the game for Emily Ojard. So far, more substitutions from the Two Harbors side of the net. Serve by Larson. Grasshorn sets it up for Skrine. Skrine tried to show she was going to smack it. Instead, tried to go for a lefty. And great dive by Grasshorn, but that goes point for Two Harbor. So now it's 10-9 on the PCA scoreboard. Once again to serve is Chloe Larson. Larson to serve. Tries to go back corner and goes out of bounds instead. That's a point for the Broncos. That's another one off of these service errors. And subbed into the game, coming in for Rasmussen, is Charlie Swanson, who's going to come in and serve for the Broncos. 11-9, Broncos lead by 2 in set number 1. Swanson. Over to Hurd. Almost able to... Great save, though, by Brooklyn Nelson. Great effort. Able to keep it in play. Now they're going to... Broncos set it up for Chesney Skrine. No good. Now Broncos are going to set it up backwards. Kokesh unable to actually go for the kill, so instead she just passed it over. That's attempted by Haglund, and Haglund's going to get the point now. Make it 11-10. And Two Harbors avoided the Broncos running away with this one. They quickly sub in number 13... Elena Anderson, who comes into the game for Hurd. Serving is Kate Watt. Received by Morin Demars. Broncos just pass it over. That's Kokesh. Now this time they set it up. They try to fake them, making them think that it's Haglund. Instead it was Elena Anderson. She sends it over the back line, and that's a point for the Broncos. So 12-10 with Lauren Basaraba to serve for International Falls. A beeline, but that one hits the net. That's a point for Two Harbors. Substitution. It's number 18, Chloe Nesgoda, who comes into the game, subbed in for Winter Burns. Back to serve, Olivia Hagland. 12-11, down by 1. Two Harbors trying to climb back, maybe take their first lead of the game. Kokesh goes for the kill. Kokesh out of bounds, though. That's a tied game, 12-all on the PCA scoreboard. Haglund once again to serve. Broncos, after getting that early momentum, starting to fizzle a little bit. But that serve goes out of bounds, so that's going to be another service error by Two Harbor side. And I know I said that it was going to be the Broncos serve receive that's going to have to be on point, but I don't know if you can consider this on point or just the services by Two Harbors just being a little bit off today. Olivia Hurd sends it over, and Brooklyn Nelson gets the point, tying it up once again. Ends up setting it over the net, and off the pass gets the point. Coming into the game now is number 16, Belle Boulay, as well as number 5, Emily Ojard. Boulay to serve. Ojard goes front line. 13-all on the PCA scoreboard. Served by the Agates. Swanson sets it up. That's Cronin. Cronin unable to get enough air underneath it. So that's going to be a point, and Two Harbor has their first lead of set number 1. 14-13, Two Harbors lead. Served by Boulay. Swanson sets it up for Kokesh with a running start. Great dig, though, by Olivia Haglund. Two Harbors unable to set up a play. They just pass it over. Now this is going to be set up for Grasshorn. That's defended by Ojard. Kokesh to Swanson, sets it up. That's Grasshorn again off the blockers, and Grasshorn gets the point. Broncos tie it up thanks to Peyton Grasshorn, who's having herself another stupendous game. 14-all. Subbed into the game is number 18, Cameron Rasmussen of the Broncos. Grasshorn to serve for International Falls. Tied game on the scoreboard. They're going to set this one up for Anderson. No good. Grasshorn sets it up. That's Kokesh. Kokesh out of bounds. And that's going to be a point. Two Harbors takes the lead back 15-14. Subbed into the game is number 3, Kate Watt. Back to serve the libero, Alicia Hurd. Marble are also subbed into the game for the Broncos. Bowler receives, but that goes out of bounds. That went way too out of reach for her teammate, so that's going to be Two Harbors extending their lead now 16-14. So they went from being down at 1 point by 4, now they're up by 2. Here at the halfway point of set number 1, Bowler receives. They're going to set it up. This is going to be Kokesh, who goes for the bunny hop, and Kokesh able to get the points. Great efforts, though, by Two Harbors. That was Olivia Haglin able to get a hand on it, trying to keep it in the air long enough, but wasn't able to get a teammate there in time. So it's a Bronco point, 16-15, lead for Two Harbors. Kokesh serves. Sends it to the back line, received by Hurd. They set it up. That's going to be Kate Watt. Kate Watt gets the kill for the Two Harbor Agates. Excuse me, I almost said Broncos. You get used to talking about one team so many times. Subbed into the game is Winter Burns, who's going to go back to serve with a 2-point lead for Two Harbors, 17-15 on the PCA scoreboard. Burns serves to Kokesh. Almost. That's going to be an ace for Burns. For a second, it looked like the Broncos were almost able to keep it in play. Instead, that's going to lead to the ace. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Broncos head coach, Aaron Hall. And that's our first timeout of the game. And that's also brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen are going to take great care of you. And so we're going to be back after a quick 30-second break.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Two Harbors leads against the Broncos 18-15 in set number 1 on the PCA scoreboard. Cami Cronin goes for an attempt, blocked, but Broncos keep it in play. This time they set it up for Grasshorn, goes for the back row, kept in play by Hurd, the libero for the Agates. Marbuller with the bump. Grasshorn over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen blocked, kept in play by Basaraba. Rasmussen with another attempt. That goes to the back corner, kept in play though, and that's going to be bunny hop by number 1, Olivia Haglin. Haglin has been the one being fed the majority of these attempts by Two Harbors. Now they extend to a 19-15 lead. Serve by Winter Burns. Grasshorn sets it up. That's Cronin over the net. Kept in play by number 16, Belle Boulay. Broncos able to hit it right back over. And unfortunate luck there. Bounced off the ceiling. Agate was able to get a hand on it, hit it over, and just out of reach of 2 different Bronco backliners. And now it is the Agates with all the momentum behind them. 20-15 lead on the PCA for the Agates of Two Harbors. Grasshorn sets it up. This is going to be Basaraba. Blocked, though. And that has been a stonewall defense for the Agates, who's been keeping the Broncos out of this game late in period number 1. Excuse me, set number 1. Burns to serve. Sends it to Bowler. Bowler over to Grasshorn. Grasshorn ends up, I don't know if she accidentally or purposely meant to hit it over the net. That's going to be blocked. Agates with another attempt. They're going to just pass it over. Kokesh to Grasshorn. Sets it up for Rasmussen. And that's going to go towards the back corner. No good. Blocked by Hurd. Now this time it's going to be Haglin with her own attempt. Kept in play. Dig by Grasshorn. Cronin passes it over. Hurd over to Boulay. Boulay sets it up. That's Haglin. Goes for the bunny hop. Almost kept in play. But Broncos unable to keep the play going. That's a 22-15 lead for the International Falls That's a 22-15 lead for the Two Harbors Agates. And now that's going to be Coach Hall calling her second and final timeout of set number 1, trying to get her team locked in and get them focused. They were leading for a good portion of this first half of the first set, and now they are trailing. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Lakes Country 104.1, as well as on YourLiveEvent.com.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. Yours truly, August Schmidt here. Broncos trying to climb back here. They are down by 7, and this could be the opportunity they needed, and no good. That's going to be a point for the Broncos. Great attempt at a rally by Two Harbors, but now it's 22-16. Broncos are down by 6, needing a huge rally. Could be led by number 5, Cami Cronin, who is back to serve for International Falls. 22-16, and that's going to be an ace for Cronin. Iffy decision there by the Agates as they let that one fly out of... Let that one go, and that one ended up being an ace. So 22-17, Cronin with an ace. Cronin trying to go for another ace, and she will indeed get another ace. So already from a 6-point game to a 4-point game, Cami Cronin gets 2 aces back-to-back to help try and climb back into this game. Broncos down by 4. That serve a little too low. Hit the bottom part of the net. So that's going to be a point for Two Harbors. Two Harbors serve. They are now 2 points away from taking set number 1 from the Broncos. Back to serve. Hoping to close this one out is Chloe Larson. And so Two Harbors with the lead by 5. Larson to serve for the Agates. Dig by Basaraba. Broncos able to get it over the net. Unable to set up a play, though. This time it's going to be set up. Haglund. No good. So now Broncos get another chance to pass it over. Now Two Harbors. This time they try and get it over. No good. This time Rasmussen with an attempt. Going for the back corner. Received by the Agates. Now palm fist by Kate Watt over the net. Broncos are going to set it up for Kokesh, who gets the kill. But that's blocked by number 1, Olivia Haglund. Stonewall defense continues for Haglund right there at the center. So now it is 24-18, set point in the hands of the server for Two Harbors, Chloe Larson. She sends it to Bowler. Kokesh over to Skrine. Skrine tries to set it over. That's received. Couple of Broncos get a hand on it. Grasshound able to pass it over. Now Two Harbors get a chance to set it up. But once again, it's Haglund trying to be the one to end it. Instead, it goes off the net. So now it's back to a 5-point lead for Two Harbors, 24-19. Broncos, unfortunately, in the sticky situation, they need to have 5 perfect rallies and 5 perfect serves from the senior, Charlie Swanson, in order to come back in this one and tie this first set of volleyball. Swanson with the serve. Sends it over. That's received by Hurd. They're going to set it up for... Wanted to make it seem like it was Haglund. Instead, it was Watts who got the attempt. Grasshorn blocked Haglund once again, and Haglund decides that this first set is going to go to the Two Harbor Agates. So Two Harbor takes the first set. And now we're going to get ready for set number 2. Final score after 1 is 25-19. Broncos down 1-0 after 1 set of volleyball. We're going to get ready for our second set of play here. We're going to be back in a couple of minutes. You are listening and watching on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM, as well as on YourLiveEvent.com from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, this is Rob from Falls Lumber Company. I'm new to the company, though not to the industry. If you're looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, stop in and see me in the Design Center. I can help you pick out the perfect cabinets or countertops from brands such as Crystal Cabinets, Cambria, Corian, and Silestone. If you're in need of flooring, we have options including luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, engineered hardwood, and tile. Stop into the Design Center to see me anytime. When you're looking to build or remodel, come to the experts at Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street in International Falls.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country, 104.1 KSTM. The Agates of Two Harbors took set number one at 25-19. And so Broncos looking to try and get some redemption here in set number two. Serving first is going to be the Agates, and they're going to put it in the hands of Chloe Larson. Larson was the one to serve towards the end of that first set. So she's going to be the one to start the serve in this second set. Swanson's going to set it up for Grasshorn. Broncos trying to get it started early. Received by Hurd. This time they're going to set it up. That's Haglin, one of their main offensive players for Two Harbors, and that's going to be off the net. An attempt by Grasshorn. Too low, so that's a point for Two Harbors now, who takes the 1-0 lead early on the PCA scoreboard. As you guys know, every timeout is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls, and every update throughout the contest is brought to you by our very own Packaging Corporation of America. Kokesh passes it over the net to the Agates. The Agates are going to try and... Oh, never mind. I thought Brooklyn Nelson was going to set it up. She had to be fooled. Almost didn't fool the Broncos, though. She tried to set it over. Now this time it's an attempt by Kate Watt. And that's sent right back over the net, right back to Watt, who gets a point. And that's 2-0 lead now for the Two Harbor Agates. So Broncos down early this time around. Role reversal, as it was the Broncos who got an early lead. And great diving attempts by Grasshorn, but unable to keep it in play. So that's going to be point for the Agates and an ace for number 9, Chloe Larson. Larson serves it to Kokesh. Swanson over to Grasshorn. Grasshorn's going to try and send it to the back row. Received by the Agates. This time they're going to set it up. And the libero, Hurd, just passes it over. Now it's going to be Kokesh. Skrine, who gets the pass over for the Broncos. That's Brooklyn Nelson. Sets it up. Broncos keep it in play and sends it over the net. Trying to keep the defense strong here. This time they're going to set it up for Haglin. Off the chest of Mara Bowler. That is Haglin, a very dangerous offensive player for Two Harbors. Gets the lead 4-0 on the PCA scoreboard after that kill that hit Mara Bowler in the chest. Chloe Larson serves it over. Swanson sets it up for Grasshorn, but that goes a little too far. Grasshorn almost running into the net. So that's going to be a point for Two Harbors. They're now at a 5-0 lead on the PCA scoreboard. Here at set number 2, a quick start for Two Harbors. Serve by Larson. Broncos receives. Swanson sets it up for Grasso and is able to get a hit over the net. Same situation as last time, as Watt gets blocked, and that's going to be a point for the Broncos. So now they get their first point on the board, cracking the goose egg. 5-1 lead for the Agates of Two Harbors. Lauren Basaraba to serve for the Broncos. Basaraba serve received by Larson. That's Hagelin with an attempt. And Chesney Scrine able to pass it over the net. This time they're going to set it up not for Hagelin, but instead for Watt. Kokesh passes it over. Larson over to Nelson. They give it to Hagelin, who gets it over the net. A little bit of a off-foot attempt. Neva Kokesh gets a kill for the Broncos. Makes it now 5-2 on the PCA scoreboard. And so Basaraba goes back to serve once again. Broncos trying to rally early in the game after her dropping 5 too quickly. Nelson sets it up. That is Hagelin, and Hagelin always the difference maker for Two Harbors. So that's now a 6-2 lead for the Agates. Broncos down by 4. Serving is number 3, Kate Watt. Watt serves. Marbuller receives. Swanson over to Kokesh, who passes it over. This time, Nelson sets it up. That is Hagelin, who goes for a bunny hop. But we're going to get a point for Two Harbors. That is against Neva Kokesh, a net foul. So, Broncos, similar tricky situation they fall into numerous times where they do play strong defense, but these net fouls end up hurting some of their momentum and some of their opportunities. That goes out of bounds, so that's a point for the Broncos. 7-3 lead for Two Harbors. Serving is Chesney Scrine. Cami Cronin subs into the game for Mara Bowler. 7-3. Scrine with an ace. I'm going to call it an ace. Great diving attempt by Two Harbors, but that sends it over the back line of the Broncos side of the net, and obviously they're just going to let that one go. So Scrine serves out of bounds that time. 8-4. Once again, a 4-point lead for the Agates. Mara Bowler subbed into the game, and so is number 18, Nesgoda. Serving is Hagelin, 8-4, Two Harbors. Marbuller receives. Swanson over to Cronin, who's able to get the pass over the net. And they're going to say that's a point for the Agates as it bounces off of the roof. So 9-4 lead for the Agates. Hagelin serves. Sends it to Basaraba. Swanson tries to set it over the net. Nelson sets it up. That is Nesgoda. Swanson over to Kokesh, who has to readjust and then just bump it over the net. Nelson this time sets it up for Anderson. No good. Broncos defend. Kokesh sends it over. Nelson sets it up. This time it's the libero, Hurd, and that's a libero kill for Two Harbors. Makes it 10-4. Broncos down by 6 early in the game. And Olivia Hagelin goes back behind the line to serve for Two Harbors. Hagelin to Basaraba. Swanson sets it up. This time it's Grasshorn. And looks like they're going to say it was out of bounds. Untouched by a Two Harbors player. So out of bounds, point for the Agates, 11-4. On the PCA scoreboard. Served by Hagelin, received by Bowler, but that goes out of bounds. That's an ace for Hagelin now. Hagelin has been the star player here, multiple blocks, an ace, and 5 kills from my count. Hopefully I'm not wrong, though, in my count. Hagelin serves, received by Morin DeMars. Swanson over to Kokesh, sends it over, received by Hurd. Nelson, high set, but they're going to say it's a net foul against Nelson. So Broncos get the point, 12-5 now on the PCA scoreboard as Grassman gets ready to go back and serve. And subbed into the game is number 18, Cameron Rasmussen. Peyton Grasshorn to serve. She sends it to the back line. Hagelin receives. Nelson over to Hurd, the libero, who passes it over. Grasshorn sets it up. It's going to be Kokesh, gets the hit over. And somehow the Agates keep it in play. What an effort there by Two Harbors to keep the play going. Cronin with the kill, and Cronin gets the point. Cami Cronin ricocheted off of 2, maybe 3 different Two Harbors players in order to get that point. It is 6-12. Broncos down by 6 with Peyton Grasshorn back to serve. International Falls down on the PCA scoreboard. They're going to say that's on the line, so that's an ace for Grasshorn. She gets her first ace of the game. Cami Cronin leads the team with 2 aces. Grasshorn. That's Nelson to Hurd, sets it up for Hagelin, who's just going to pass it over. Cronin to Grasshorn, sets it up for Kokesh. Kokesh goes for the back row. That's number 9. Somehow punched over by Two Harbors. Blocked. Kokesh attempted, and in on the block was Nezgoda. So that's a point for Two Harbors. This defense keeping the stone wall going. Subbed into the game, number 16, Belle Bollet, who is going to be the one to serve for Two Harbors. 13-7 lead for the away team. Broncos trailing. Bollet, Grasshorn sets it up. That's Rasmussen who's able to pass it over. Bollet sets it up. That time it's Nezgoda. And off the hand of Morgan Morin DeMars, that's a point for Two Harbors. Now 14-7 on the PCA scoreboard. Broncos in some trouble here as the lead extends to 7. Bollet serves. Sends it to the Bronco back line. Basaraba. Grasshorn sets it up for Rasmussen. Rasmussen gets blocked. Morin DeMars keeps it in. Grasshorn sets it up behind her to Cronin, but that's going to be off the net. That's a point for Two Harbors. 15-7 on the PCA scoreboard. Bollet to serve. Cronin subbed out of the game. Coming into the game is number 13, Hadley Whitbeck. Now Bollet serve after the substitution. That goes out of bounds. That's a point for the Broncos. 15-8. Broncos down by 7. Broncos trying to climb back in this one. Kokesh. Broncos came up late with the attempted comeback in the previous set. Now they're looking to try and correct those mistakes as Eliana Koenig subbed into the game, as well as number 3, Kate Watts subbed into the game. 16-8 lead for Two Harbors, serving the libero, Alicia Hurd. Hurd to Morin DeMars with the receive. Eliana Koenig over to Basaraba, who passes it over. Now Nelson sets it up. And intended for number 5, Emily Ojard, and a little bit of a sticky situation as the ball kind of rolled off of her hands on the set by Ojard. So that leads to a Broncos point, 16-9 on the PCA scoreboard. Hadley Whitbeck to serve for the Broncos. Her first serve of the game. Whitbeck sends it towards the back row. That's received by Hurd, the libero. Nelson sets it up. Nezgoda with the kill for the Two Harbor Agates, as they sub in number 6, Winter Burns. Burns was a big part of that big rally that helped close out the previous set against the Broncos, as they lead 17-9. Koenig receives. Grasshorn sets it up. That is Rasmussen with the kill, received by Hurd. Attempt by the libero, Alicia Hurd, goes out of bounds, so that's going to be a point for the Broncos. 10-17. Broncos down by 7, sending number 16, their libero, Charlie Swanson, to the back line to serve. Down by 7. Charlie Swanson. She's going to send it towards the back row, received by Ojard. Attempt by number 5, Ojard, goes out of bounds. That's a Broncos point, now 17-11. Broncos trying to shave away at this lead late in set number 2. Swanson to serve. Once again, to the back row. That is out of bounds. That's a point for the Agates, 18-11 on the PCA scoreboard. Subbed into the game for the Agates is going to be number 14, Brooklyn Nelson, as well as number 9, Chloe Larson. I believe Larson will be the one to serve for the Agates. Yes, she will. She started the set, and she also ended the previous set. So let's see what she does here in set number 2 after starting the set. Swanson over to Skrine, sends it towards the back row. Off hit by Larson. That's going to be a point for the Broncos off of Chesney Skrine's point. 18-12, Basaraba to serve for the Broncos. Down by 6. Lead for the Agates. Serve by Basaraba off the net. That's a point for the Agates, 19-12. Back to a 7-point lead as number 3, Kate Watt, goes back to serve for Two Harbors. Watt serves. That's Koenig. And out of reach of Skrine. That's going to be a point and an ace for Two Harbors. Number 3, Kate Watt. And like I said, serve receive is going to be a big factor in this one. Broncos struggling a little with the serve receive, but not this time. Great effort by Grasshorn. Diving, sets it up for Bowler to get the pass over. Block, but Broncos get it back over the net. Defense staying strong once again. This is going to fake it to Haglund. Instead, it's number 13, Anderson. Attempt by the Broncos, no good as that stays on the Broncos side of the net. 21-12 now on the PCA scoreboard. Broncos unable to recover in the scramble, and we're going to get a timeout. This is our first timeout of set number 2. Broncos down by 9. Timeout called by Coach Hall of the Broncos. And so we're going to take a quick 30-second break and get ready for this upcoming set number 2 as the Agates lead 21-12 on the PCA scoreboard. This timeout again brought to you by Service Master of International Falls.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country, 104.1 KSDM. Yours truly, August Schmidt here with the call. Agates lead in this one. And that's going to be a point for the Agates. Now makes it 22-12. Broncos defense struggling. Serving is number 3, Kate Watt. Swanson sets it up. That's Koenig with an attempt towards the back line. Kept in play by Burns. Broncos with another chance on offense. Swanson sets it up. This time it's Skrine who tries to send it towards the back row. Received by Larson. Now they're going to set up Haglund. Difference maker every single time. Haglund gets her 6th kill of the evening. Broncos now trail 23-12 as they're going to sub in number 2, Neva Kokesh, coming into the game for Eliana Koenig. Back to serve, Kate Watt. Broncos serve. Agate serve. Received by the Broncos. They pass it over. Nelson's going to set it up. They're going to fake it to one. That's Watt with an attempt. Sent right back over. Nelson sets up. This time it's going to be Anderson. No good. Defended by the Broncos. Swanson sets it up for Kokesh. And that's going to be Kokesh. Unable to get it the point. Kept in play by Winter Burns. Broncos with another chance on offense. And Kokesh unlucky, unable to get the correct angle on that bump over the net. So now it is set point in favor of the Agates, 24-12 on the PCA scoreboard. And it is going to be number 3, Kate Watt, hoping to close out this one for the Agates, who already have a 1-0 lead. Chesney Skrine goes for the attempt. No good. Nelson's going to bump it up in the air, and that's going to be miscommunication on who was going to get that, so that's going to be a point for the Broncos. So they're going to sub in number 5, Cami Cronin. Broncos down by 11, 24-13. Chesney Scrine to serve for International Falls. Nelson sets it up. This is going to be number 13, Anderson. Broncos keep it in play, though. Grasshorn gets the bump over the net. Nelson's going to set it up. This is going to be Haglin, and they're going to say that's a point. Haglin, once again, gets the winning point of the set. And now Broncos are going to be down 2-0 going into set number 3, and not a good situation to be in if you're the Broncos of International Falls. We're going to get ready for set number 3. You are listening and watching on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM, as well as on YourLiveEvent.com from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Thank you again to all of our sponsors throughout today's contest.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, this is Rob from Falls Lumber Company. I'm new to the company, though not to the industry. If you're looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, stop in and see me in the Design Center. I can help you pick out the perfect cabinets or countertops from brands such as Crystal Cabinets, Cambria, Corian, and Silestone. If you're in need of flooring, we have options including luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, engineered hardwood, and tile. Stop into the Design Center to see me anytime. When you're looking to build or remodel, come to the experts at Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street in International Falls.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride.
Excuse me, set number 3 to come. Sorry, I got distracted for a second there. But also, thank you for watching as well on YourLiveEvent.com. Serving for the Broncos is number 16, Charlie Swanson. Broncos down early on the PCA scoreboard, looking to try and get some redemption here. And that's going to be a point for the Broncos to start set number 3. So already off to the right foot here. Swanson serves for International Falls. Swanson serves, and that's going to be an ace for Charlie Swanson. Broncos off to a very quick 2-0 start here early in the set. That's Charlie Swanson with her first ace of the game. 2-0 Broncos. Swanson serves. Sends it over. Nelson's going to set it up. This is Haglin, who hits it out of bounds. So that's a point for the Broncos. Close call there. But Broncos now have a 3-0 lead on the PCA scoreboard. looking to try and get some redemption here after dropping an early 2-0 lead against the Agates. They're going to need to have a reverse sweep in order to get a win today. That's going to be out of bounds, so Broncos now have a 4-0 lead on the scoreboard with Charlie Swanson leading the charge. Broncos serve. Nelson sets it up for number 3, Kate Watt. Broncos defend. Basaraba blocked and unable to hit it over the net. Hits it under the net. That's a point for the Agates. So now it is 4-1. Broncos lead on the PCA scoreboard. Serving for the Agates is number 3, Kate Watt. Watt serves it. That's Buller receives. Over to Swanson. Chesney Scrine able to hit it over the net. Nelson's going to set it up. This is going to be for number 13, Elena Anderson. And somehow Two Harbors keeps it in play. Swanson's going to set it up over to Basaraba. Flat-footed. And that's a point for the Broncos thanks to Lauren Basaraba. She gets her second of the game. So now it is 5-1 on the PCA scoreboard. Broncos lead by 4. Speaking of Lauren Basaraba, she's also going to be the one serving for the Broncos after getting the point. Nelson sets it up. That is Hagelin. Bounces off the net. Broncos able to set it over. And that's going to be a point for number 16, the senior, Charlie Swanson. Charlie Swanson just trying to go for a pass over the net. That ended up getting tipped in the wrong direction by the Two Harbor Agates and led to the point for the Broncos. That is Hagelin gets the point, and they're going to say it's a point for the Broncos, perhaps. But for some reason, the Broncos gave the ball to Two Harbors after they said it was their point. So a little confused there. 7-1. Basaraba serves, but that goes out of bounds, so that's a point for Two Harbors. So 7-2 now. Two Harbors is going to send number 1, Hagelin, to the back line. Subbed into the game is number 18, Nezgoda. Serve for Two Harbor. Received by Buller. Kokesh keeps it in play. Swanson's going to pass it over. That's another attempt, and that's number 14, Brooklyn Nelson. She has been a key player in this one. She has been the main setter for Two Harbors, but there's been a couple of times where she would catch the Broncos off guard by getting a hit over the net instead, like while faking out that she's going for the set. Hagelin to Scrine. Swanson sets it up for Kokesh. That is blocked by Hagelin. Now Nelson's going to send it over. Bola keeps it inbounds. Grasshorn to Kokesh. Kokesh goes for a bunny hop, received by Two Harbors. Now they're going to set it up. That's again Hagelin, who gets another point. Hagelin has been stupendous for Two Harbors. She has 8 kills on the night. Makes it now 7-4. She has been a big key player for Two Harbors coming back into this game. This set number 3 as they're down 7-4. Broncos lead. Swanson sets it up for Scrine. Scrine tries to send it towards the back corner, and that's inbounds. Chesney Scrine gets a point to help keep the Broncos in the lead, 8-4. More bowler subbed out. Cami Cronin comes into the game as Chesney Scrine goes towards the back line. Served by Broncos. Swanson's going to set it up. That's Kokesh with an attempt. No good. Received by Larson. That's off the ceiling. That's a point for the Broncos. 9-4 now on the PCA scoreboard. After the dig by Larson goes a little too far up into the ceiling. Hitting the ceiling as Chesney Scrine serves it. Nelson's going to set it up for Anderson. Broncos defense. Swanson sets it up. That's Cronin. Cronin received by Larson. Nelson over to Anderson. No good. Chesney Scrine to Swanson over to Kokesh. Kokesh goes for the kill. No good. Hurd receives. Nelson keeps it in play. Almost miscommunication, but Nezgoda able to pass it over. Cami Cronin sets it up for Grasshorn, who tries to go for the bunny hop. Received by Nelson. They're going to set it up for Nelson. Blocked by the Broncos, but Kokesh able to get it up in the air, and Kokesh is also going to go for the attempt. No good. Received by Hurd. Now it's going to be Two Harbors running into each other, but able to get the pass over the net, set it up for Kokesh again, but that's blocked and out of reach of a diving Chesney Skrine, so that's a point for Two Harbors. And so now it is 9-5 as they send number 16, Belle Boulay, back to serve for Two Harbors. Boulay bounced her serve off the net, but Mara Buller able to get the pass over. Boulay over to Anderson, and that's going to be out of bounds, tipped by a Bronco, so point for Two Harbors. So now it is 9-6, 3-point lead for International Falls. Serve by Boulay. Swanson sets it up. That's Grasshorn. Now they're going to set it up this time for a running up Haglund. No good. Swanson sets it up for Kokesh. Kokesh with an attempt, and that's off the top of the net. But they're going to say it's a point for the Broncos. A net violation against Two Harbor. So 10-6. Cameron Rasmussen going to sub into the game for Charlie Swanson. Point for the Broncos after the foul. Grasshorn to serve for International Falls. Grasshorn sends it to the back row. That's Hurd with the receive. And Boulay over to Ojard. Broncos in some trouble, but Marabola able to get the pass over the net after some good defense. Now Boulay sets it up. Fade away for number 18, Nezgoda. They're going to set it up for Rasmussen. She wanted to go for the kill, but had to run up and bump it instead. Now this is going to be Anderson with an attempt. No good. Bass-Robert defends. Grasshorn over to Cronin. Out of bounds. That's a point for Two Harbors. 10-7 on the PCA scoreboard. Quick substitution coming into the game. Number 3 for Two Harbors, Kate Watt. Back to serve the libero, Alicia Hurd. Broncos lead by 3. Broncos wanting to keep the lead by 3. Maybe extend the lead. Serve by Hurd. Received by Basaraba. Rasmussen with an attempt. Rasmussen with a kill. Broncos back up 11-7. Cameron Rasmussen gets her first kill of the game. Broncos serving is number 2, Neva Kokesh. Kokesh sends it to the back row, received by Hurd. High bump. That's great defense as that goes out of bounds, though. Broncos able to get it over the net, but not able to keep it in bounds, so that's a point for Two Harbors. 11-8 on the PCA scoreboard as they're going to sub in number 6, Winter Burns, to serve for Two Harbors. 11-8 once again on the scoreboard. Served by Burns, sends it to the Cronin. Rasmussen with an attempt, blocked and reaching, trying to keep it in play, unable to. It goes in front of her instead of in the air. That's a point for Two Harbors after the block. So now 11-9. Broncos only up by 2. Winter Burns with the serve. Cronin with an attempt. High bump into the air. Miscommunication, and that's going to be a point for the Broncos after the hit by Cammie Cronin. And shout out to the Broncos student sections for holding up signs saying how much they love our seniors, because it is indeed senior night for International Falls. Served by Mara Buller, the libero. Received. That's going to be set up for number 1, Haglund, who I don't really think she's been subbed out, if at all, as she gets her 9th kill of the game. Substitution is going to be number 14, Brooklyn Nelson, coming into the game for number 16, Boulay. And also coming into the game is number 9, Chloe Larson, for number 5, Ojard. It's going to be Larson to serve, down by 2. Larson has been a very dependable server for Two Harbors. But that's going to be out of bounds. Point for the Broncos, 13-10 on the PCA scoreboard. Subbed into the game, number 16, Charlie Swanson. She comes in for Rasmussen. Swanson's going to serve the senior back row player. Swanson also had an assist on a couple of these kills by the Broncos. That's going to be received by Alicia Hurd. Two Harbors able to get it over. That's a point for Two Harbors by number 3, Kate Watts, who's able to get the hit over the net. So now it is 13-11. Still a 2-point lead for the Broncos, but Two Harbors has not been able to be shaken free by the Broncos. Broncos bucking, but unable to shake them off. Bass Robbins having to pass it over. They're going to set it up. That's Hagelin off the top of the net. Broncos able to defend. Swanson over to Grasshorn, who's able to pass it over. Now they're going to set up. Nelson over to number 13, Anderson. No good. Swanson sets it up. That's Basaraba, who tries to go for a lefty, and that's going to be inbounds. Point for the Broncos, thanks to Lauren Basaraba. Point for I Falls. Basaraba's got 3 now. Serving, number 16, Charlie Swanson. Swanson with the serve, received by Hurd. That's going to be bumped up in the air. Hurd's going to be the one to pass it over. Received by Swanson. Chesley Skrine over to Basaraba. Basaraba sends it towards the back row. Diving, that's number 6, Winter Burns. She has been a big player for Two Harbors in order to keep these plays going. Basaraba, back foot attempt. Goes in over the net. That's an attempt by Hagelin off the net. That's a point for the Broncos. Now 15-11. Broncos get a 4-point lead. And we're going to get a quick officials timeout just so that way our scoreboard table can get something figured out. And so not sure what they're trying to figure out here or what they are deciding. But, hey, this has been a fun game so far. And I don't know, is it just me or does my camera look a little crooked? It might just be me, but all of a sudden, now that I'm seeing it, I can't unsee it. So I need someone to let me know, hey, does my camera for your live event look a little crooked? Is it going to drive me insane if it is? I don't think it is, but it might be. Let's see, does it... Does that help? I think so. Yeah, that looks good. All right. I'm a professional, and it looks like they're actually going to award the points for Two Harbors. So I believe that makes it 14-12 then? Or does the score stay as 15-11? Now, I'm not too sure. I think they're about to figure that out. For now, I'm just going to have it be 14-12. Unless they don't change it, then... But we are going to get a substitution coming into the game. Number 18, Nesgoda. Coming out of the game, number 6, Winter Burns. And it looks like the score stays 15-11. Broncos lead by 4. Kokesh with the receive after the serve by Hagelin. Kokesh also with the attempt. Dig by Hagelin. That's Hurd with an attempt over the net. Chesley Skrine's going to set it up. And Grasshorn able to get it over the net and the point. That's Broncos now leading 16-12. Or no, 15-12. Okay, so it was 14-12. They just hadn't changed it on the scoreboard yet. This is the downside of being all the way up here and not being able to hear what the ref is talking about. That's why I tend to think like, hey, what if I had like a mic I could give the referee? That would be a game changer. Chesley Skrine with the serve for the Broncos. They're going to set it up. That's Nelson over to Anderson. Tipped by a blocker. Swanson keeps it in play. Grasshorn sends it over. Now, Two Harbors. Larson over to Anderson. Sets it over. Now Swanson's going to set it up. That is Grasshorn going for the back line. Received by Hagelin. Cronin. Dive by Hagelin. Hagelin somehow both plays to keep it in play and keep play going. Now, Two Harbors sets it up. That's Hagelin again. That's going to be in bounds. Point for Two Harbors. So now 15-13 on the scoreboard. Still a 2-point lead for the Broncos. Subbed into the game, number 10, Mara Bowler. She comes in for number 21, Chesley Skrine. And Olivia Hagelin almost in double digits for kills, as we're going to get a substitution real quick. Coming into the game, number 16. That is Belle Bollet. I almost said the wrong name. Belle Bollet with the serve for Two Harbors. Broncos to receive. That's Grasshorn. They set it up. Two Harbors sets it up. That is Hagelin once again. Kokesh keeps it in play, and Swanson passes it over. Now Bollet to Hurd, over to Anderson. Anderson goes for it. Reached by Buller. Point for Two Harbors. Number 13, Elena Anderson with the kill. So now it's 15-14. Broncos had the lead by 4. In fact, they had the lead by 6. But now it is Two Harbors who is climbing back in this third set. Grasshorn, flat-footed, over the net. Anderson, bunny hop over, received by Swanson. Cronin over to Kokesh, received by Hagelin. Now they're going to set it up for Anderson. Anderson hits the net, though. That's going to be a point for the Broncos, who's back up by 2, 16-14. Subbed into the game, number 18, Cameron Rasmussen. Back to serve for the Broncos, number 4, Peyton Grasshorn. 16-14 on the PSA scoreboard. Grasshorn serves. Received by Hurd. Bollet over to Anderson. And that's going to be off of Mara Buller and out of bounds, out of reach of her teammates. So point for Two Harbors. 16-15 now on the PSA scoreboard. Back to serve. Number 8, Alicia Hurd, the libero for Two Harbors. Broncos lead by 1, 16-15. Served by Hurd, received by the Broncos. They're going to set it up for Rasmussen, who sends it over and onto the hardwood. That's a Broncos point, thanks to Cameron Rasmussen. So now 17-15 on the PCA scoreboard, and it's going to be Neva Kokesh back to serve for International Falls. Kokesh with the serve, received by Hurd. And rolls off the top of the net, almost a point, but great defense by Cronin. And Basaraba sets it over. Bollet, that's over to Watt. And that's going to be a point for Two Harbors, now 17-16. So Broncos, well, they've been able to hold on to the lead for so long. They haven't been able to run away with it. They almost did, but Two Harbors has been able to climb back and keep this one at a 2-1 point game. Broncos, though, still leading. Served by number 9. Number 6. Number 9, Chloe Larson. Bollet sets it up. That's Hagelin with another point. And now we have a tied game, 17 all on the PCA scoreboard. And I was correct. Winter Burns back to serve for Two Harbors. Sends it to Cronin, over to Grasshorn, back to Cronin. Cronin off the net, though, and Two Harbors is in the lead, 18-17 now, late in set number 3. And kind of deja vu of set number 1. Broncos were leading for a majority of that one, but then Two Harbors climbed into the lead, and they didn't let it back. Grasshorn keeps it in play. Cronin passes it over. That's Hurd over to Bollet. That she sets it up for Ojard, who sends it over. Now Grasshorn sets it up. Rasmussen passes it over. Two Harbors with an attempt. Bollet over to Hagelin. Out of bounds, though. That's a point for the Broncos. Tied game once again. 18 all on the PSA scoreboard. Subbed into the game is going to be number 21, Chesney Scrine. She comes in for number 10, Mara Buller. Serving is Cami Cronin of the Broncos. Cronin over to Watt. Cronin keeps it in play. Basaraba and Grasshorn sends it over. Bollet over to Hurd, sets it up. That's going to be Watt, defended by Cronin. Grasshorn accidentally sends it over the net. Accidentally setting up a kill by Olivia Haggard. She's in the double digits now for Two Harbors. And they take the lead once again, 19-18 on the PCA scoreboard. Up by 1, substitution, Brooklyn Nelson coming into the game for Two Harbors, as well as number 9, Chloe Larson. Mara Buller subbed into the game for the Broncos for Cami Cronin. Served by Larson, B-line. That's Basaraba to Grasshorn. Over to Rasmussen, blocked by Hagelin. Kokesh able to pass it over. Now Nelson, she's going to set up again. This is Haglin, blocked by Basaraba, somehow kept in play though by Two Harbors. Chesney Scrine's going to set it up. This is going to be Basaraba, blocked by Haglin. Broncos need to find a way to defend, to get the offense around Haglin. They keep going right at her. And she has been tough defensively for Two Harbors and offensively for that matter. As Two Harbors is going to get another attempt, fakes it to Haglin. That's going to be number 3, Watt, getting the point and the kill. Now it's 21-18 after Watt's kill. Watt has 4 of them now. And we're going to get a timeout called by Coach Hall of the Broncos, down by 3. We're going to be back after this Service Master of International Falls timeout. For a home that is professionally clean all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Don and Gretchen are going to take great care of you.
Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. Yours truly, Augie Schmidt here, live from the Rainy River Press Box. Thank you to all of our sponsors here today. Start your voyage at the Rainy River campus. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River, Minnesota North College, 218-598-9300. Served by Larson. Up 21-18. Two Harbors has a chance to win this in 3. Scrine blocked by the Agates. Now Bowler able to get the pass over the net. Nelson's going to set up. This is going to be Haglin once again. Cross court, but out of bounds. Point for the Broncos. After the attempt by Haglin. Coming into the game is number 16, Charlie Swanson, to serve for the Broncos. Down by 2 on the scoreboard. Brought to you by Packaging Corporation of America. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Stay tuned for our post-game sponsors as well, such as Domino's Pizza Player of the Game and our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. That's a kill by number 3 attempted, but that goes out of bounds. So now it's a 21-20 point game. Charlie Swanson with the serve. And almost able to keep it in play. That is Nelson able to set it up for Haglin, who gets it over the net. So still play going. Now Two Harbors, that's over to Watt, who sends it out of bounds. And Broncos, this time, they're the ones able to climb back up to a tie. It's 21-all. Broncos rallying behind Charlie Swanson. Broncos needing a reverse sweep in order to come away with a win today, meaning they need to play and win 3 perfect sets in a row. That's received by Bowler, and that's going to be out of bounds. That is, once again, you guessed it, Olivia Haglin. She's in the double digits, by the way, for kills. Kate Watt to serve for Two Harbors. 22-21 lead for the Agates. Visiting here today. Served by Watt. Swanson. Oh no, that's Eva Kokesh with the kill for the Broncos, able to take a point. For a second I thought that was a 9, not a 6 in Swanson's number. That was Swanson though with the assist on the kill by, that was actually Peyton Grassone. I got the wrong player. So 22-all. Broncos trying to take the lead. That's going to be out of bounds, so Broncos will take the lead. The kill attempted by Alicia Hurd of Two Harbors. Basaraba to serve. Broncos leading by 1. Tight third set. Basaraba serves, received by Two Harbors. Nelson's going to set it up. This is going to be number 13, Anderson. Hagelin keeps it in play. Swanson over to Skrine, sets it up for Kokesh. Kokesh with an attempt. Dive by Hurd, keeps it in play. Hagelin bounces it off the net, kept in play by Kokesh. Basaraba sends it over. Basaraba gets the point. Broncos have set point now in this set number 3. A late comeback by the Broncos. Broncos just need one more point. It is in the hands of Lauren Basaraba to send this into a 4th set. Once again, Broncos needing 3 perfect sets. Needed to send this one to 5. Hurd over to Anderson. Broncos keep it in play. Skrine over to Grasshorn. Able to send it over. Nelson sets it up. That's Hagelin. Out of bounds. Broncos get the win of set number 3. It is now, after a score of 25-22, we have ourselves a 2-1 game. Broncos down by 1 set, but they end up getting the win in this one to try and have an opportunity to send it into 5. That's what's going to be needed in order for the Broncos to come away with the win. We're going to get ready for set number 4 incoming. You are listening and watching on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM, as well as on YourLiveEvent.com. And we are live from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, this is Rob from Falls Lumber Company. I'm new to the company, though not to the industry. If you're looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, stop in and see me in the Design Center. I can help you pick out the perfect cabinets or countertops from brands such as Crystal Cabinets, Cambria, Corian, and Silestone. If you're in need of flooring, we have options including luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, engineered hardwood, and tile. Stop into the Design Center to see me anytime. When you're looking to build or remodel, come to the experts at Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street in International Falls.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Agates. You are also watching live on YourLiveEvent.com, and this is all coming from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College press box. Once again, 2-1 lead for the Agates. Broncos trying to climb back in set number 4. A win here means that they send it to a 5th set and put up a possibility of the Broncos getting a win on senior night. Special shout out to the Little Fork Big Falls Vikings volleyball team, who are currently playing on their senior night. Two Harbors to serve first here in set number 4. That's number 9, Larson. Swanson keeps it in play, and Basaraba sends it over. Now Nelson's going to set it up. That's Hagelin, who's been having herself a game, but they're going to have a net foul against the Broncos. That was Grasshorn. So Two Harbors don't even need the kill by Hagelin, as they are going to take a 1-0 lead on the PSA scoreboard. Serve by Larson, received by Kokesh. Swanson over to Skrine. Skrine's going to try and send it out towards the back corner. That goes out of bounds instead, so it's a 2-0 lead for Two Harbors. Skrine with the right intent, though. And that's going to go out of bounds. So a service error by Larson gives Broncos their first point of set number 4. It is 2-1 as Lauren Basaraba goes back to serve for International Falls. I'm standing up now because my legs need it. Nelson over to number 3, Kate Watt. That's a point for Two Harbors. 3-1 now after Kate Watt's point. She is the second leader in kills for Two Harbors. The first one, of course, being Olivia Haglund, who is in the double digits with 11 of them. Bowler over to Grasshorn. Sets it up for Kokesh, who sends it over the net. Now it's going to be the Agates' turn. Nelson sets it up. That is, you guessed it, number 1, Haglund. Off the tip by the blockers. That's going to be a point for Two Harbors after the kill by Olivia Haglund. She has 12 of them now. 4-1 on the PCA scoreboard. Lead for Two Harbors by 3. And looks like some hesitation. It seemed number 3, Kate Watt, wasn't sure if she was actually given the okay to go, so she had to hesitate. Kokesh with an attempt. That is sent over the net by Larson. Great defense by Two Harbors. Kokesh gets another chance. That is sent back towards Kate Watt. Now they're going to set it up for Anderson. Dive, and Kokesh able to get the pass over the net. Broncos keep the play going. Nelson sets it up. This is going to be Haglund with the attempt. No good. Tipped off the light, and Broncos able to get an easy tip over, but that's going to be out of bounds. So point for Two Harbors. Now 5-1 as they have an early 4-point lead on the PCA scoreboard. Broncos trying to climb back. This is Kate Watt with the serve. Trying to go for that back corner. Instead, ends up going out of bounds. Broncos get the point. That is the second time Broncos scored off of a service error by Two Harbors. Chesney Skrine to serve for the Broncos. They sub in Cammie Cronin. Nelson sets it up. This is going to go to Anderson. Palm fist. Broncos defend. Swanson over to Kokesh. Kokesh tried to go for an underhand punch, but instead leads to a point for the Agates. Now 6-2. They sub in number 18, Nesgoda, and send back Haglund to serve. Haglund sends it to Kokesh. Swanson sets it up. This is going to be Grasshorn with an attempt. And Grasshorn with the kill. Peyton Grasshorn, give her 5. That's a big high five for the 5 kills for Peyton Grasshorn. With how hard she's hitting the ball on these attempts, you got to think that she's probably sending it into the grass, past the hardwood. Bowler passes it over the net. Nelson sets it up. This is going to be Anderson with an attempt, received by Bowler. Grasshorn over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen sends it over. That's received by Larson. And Nelson trying to go for a similar pass over the net like she has gone for before. Nesgoda received by Grasshorn, sent into the crowd. That's a point for Two Harbors off of Nesgoda. Subbed into the game is going to be Belle Boley, who is also going to serve for Two Harbors. 7-3 lead for the visitors. Grasshorn over to Kokesh. No good. Now it's going to be Boley over to Anderson. Received by Basaraba. Grasshorn sets it up for Kokesh. Kokesh gets the point for the Broncos. That's a kill. And that's going to be 7-4. Now a 3-point lead for Two Harbors. Broncos once again trying to climb back into this contest. Kokesh to serve for International Falls. Kokesh serves it, and Kokesh gets an ace. So now that's a point for the Broncos, making it 7-5 on the PCA scoreboards. Shout out to Packaging Corporation of America, who sponsors every scoreboard update throughout today's contest, as Kokesh gets ready for another serve, maybe trying to get another ace. It is 7-5, and Two Harbors scrambling, but able to keep the ball in play. They have been very strong defensively. It is why it's been a tough time for the Broncos, and hard earned for the win that they had in that previous set. Grasshorn sets it up. That's Basaraba who passes it over, tipped by Two Harbors, and Boley over to who Hurd trying to set it up for Haglund, and Haglund, a rare off hit for her. Looked like it might have hit the side of her hand. That goes under the net. Point for the Broncos, 7-6. Broncos going for an early comeback and trying to take the lead against Two Harbors. Bolay over to Anderson, received by the Broncos. That's going to be Grasshorn over to Basaraba, who sends it over. Hurd over to Anderson. Bowler receives. Grasshorn to Cronin. Cronin goes for the kill, but that goes out of bounds, so that's a point for Two Harbors. 8-6. Broncos slowed down just a little bit as number 8, Alicia Hurd of the Agates, the libero, goes back to serve. Serve for Hurd. Bowler receives. Grasshorn over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen unable to get the point as Two Harbors defense stays strong. Mara Bowler receives. Grasshorn sets it up for Cronin this time, and that's going to be out of bounds once again. Cronin, so far, 0 for 2 in her past couple of kill attempts. 9-6. Broncos substitute in number 13, Hadley Whitbeck. She comes in, subbing in for Cammie Cronin. Serving is Olivia Hurd. The Agates lead 2-1 in sets. Trying to win it in 4 and not send this one to a 5th one. Grasshorn sets it up for Rasmussen. Rasmussen sends it back behind the line. That's out of bounds. Point for the Agates, 10-6 now on the PCA scoreboard. Serve by Hurd. Received by Basaraba. Grasshorn gets it up in the air, and that's set up for Rasmussen, who gets it towards the back corner. And they're going to say that is a foul. So Two Harbor gets the point. So 11-6 now after the Broncos get robbed of a kill, but luckily that's served for International Falls. That serve by Hurd gets hit by the net. No good. Chesley Scrine subbed into the game. So will Cammie Cronin. Cronin subbed in for Whitbeck. Quick switch as Marabola comes into the game. She's going to serve for the Broncos. 7-11. Gas station scoreboard brought to you by Packaging Corporation of America. Served by Bowler, received by Two Harbors. Bolay sends it over. Grasshorn sets it up. This is going to go to Scrine. Scrine trying to send it towards the back line. Received by Haglund. They're going to set it up. That's Nezgoda. And that's going to be inbounds. Point for Two Harbors off of Nezgoda, who's going to be subbed out also. So now it is 12-7. Lead for Two Harbors as number 6, Winter Burns, goes for the serve, bounced off the net, almost an ace, but Basaraba kept it in play. Now Bolay over to Watt. Grasshorn's going to set it up. This is Basaraba off the net and kept in play by Bolay. Once again, it's Watt passing it over. Grasshorn's going to set it up. This time it's Scrine trying to go for the left-hander. Blocked by Haglund. Now it's Rasmussen with their own attempt. That goes over the blockers, received by Bolay. Now they're going to set it up. That is Watt. Dig by Rasmussen. And Grasshorn sets it up for Rasmussen once again, trying to go for the back corner, received by Hurd. That time it's number 3, Kate Watt, who gets the kill and extends the lead now 13-7 on the PCA scoreboard. And Two Harbors is trying to run away with this one. Serve by Burns. Scrine with a kill. Tipped by a blocker, kept in play by Burns. Now they're going to set it up. Haglund with an attempt. Haglund with the kill. Point for Two Harbors. 14-7 now on the PCA scoreboard. And a run has begun for Two Harbors as number 19, Morgan Morin DeMars, is subbed into the game for Cammie Cronin. Serving is number 6, Winter Burns once again. Received by Rasmussen, Bolay sets it up. That's Burns. Received by Morin DeMars. Basaraba trying to send it over. That goes out of bounds, so point for Two Harbors. 15-7 now on the PSA scoreboard as they're going to send number 6, Winter Burns, back behind the line once again. 8-point lead for Two Harbors. Serve received by Basaraba. Grasshorn keeps it up in the air. Morin DeMars is going to pass it over. Bolay over to Hurd, sets it up. That is Haglund. Received by Grasshorn, and almost a point, but Kokesh able to get the pass over the net after a couple of scrambles by the Broncos, and now Broncos block number 3, Kate Watt, and that's going to lead to a point as the Broncos try able to get it over the net, but it goes out of bounds, so that's now 16-7, 9-point lead, and with that 9th point in a row, it's going to be a timeout called by Coach Hall of the Broncos. And this timeout is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 218-283-4475. Todd and Gretchen are going to take great care of you.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. Serving for Two Harbors, leading by 16-7, is number 6, Winter Burns. And that's going to be an ace for Burns. 17-7, 10-point lead for Two Harbors after the ace. Rasmussen over to Morin DeMars. She sends it over the net. That's going to be Bolay. Over to Hurd. Sets it up. That's number 3, Watt. Sends it out of bounds. Broncos get a point. Broncos can now try and start a rally. Down by 9, though, 17-8. And subbing into the game is number 16, Charlie Swanson, the senior, looking to try and get the rally going for the Broncos. This one, deja vu of set number 2, where Two Harbors got out to a huge lead, and the Broncos just couldn't climb back in it. Broncos looking to try and avoid that deja vu after getting the win in the 3rd set. Bolay sets it up. This is going to be Haglund, left-hander. Skrine passes it over. Hurd back to Watt. Stays on Two Harbors' side of the net, and they're going to say that is still valid for them to go for the 3 hits. Skrine sets it up. That is Basaraba with the left-hander. Basaraba keeps it in play. That's a point for the Broncos now. 9-17, Broncos down by 8. Charlie Swanson to serve. Two Harbors keeps it in play after the serve by Swanson. That was number 3, Watt, sending it over. Now they're going to set it up. Grasshorn with an attempt. Dive by Hurd. Now it's Swanson over to Grasshorn, sets it up for Skrine, who sends it towards the back row. Received by Burns. Over to Bolay, sets it up. That's Haglund going for the bunny hop. Kept in play by Kokesh. Up in the air by Grasshorn. Swanson passes it over. Dig by Bolay. Haglund sends it over. Kokesh to Swanson, sets it up. This is going to be Basaraba. That is Bolay keeping it up in the air, and somehow Two Harbors able to get it over the net. What a receive by Two Harbors. Chesley Skrine trying to get a kill. Received by Bolay. Now it's going to be Watt with an attempt. Goes out of bounds. Broncos get the point. 17-10 lead for Two Harbors, but Broncos climbing back in this one. Led by Charlie Swanson. But that's going to be off the net. Point for Two Harbors. Broncos sizzle with their run. Now they're going to need to start a new one. Substitutions being made by Two Harbors, up by 8. They're going to send Larson to the back row to serve here in set number 4. Swanson over to Grasshorn. Grasshorn with the kill! Broncos now make it 18-11 on the PCA scoreboard. 7-point lead for Two Harbors. It's going to be Basaraba looking to try and start the rally. 6 kills in today's game for Peyton Grasshorn. Certainly a contender for our Domino's Pizza player of the game. Swanson up in the air. That's Skrine over to Grasshorn. Grasshorn with a kill. That will be a point for the Broncos thanks to Peyton Grasshorn. Now it is 18-12. Broncos down by 6 on the PCA scoreboard. Lauren Basaraba to serve once again. I'm being stared at by a random baby in the crowd. Basaraba serves. That's received by Burns. Nelson over to Watt. That's inbounds. Watt gets the kill, slowing down the Broncos' momentum. So now it is 19-12 on the PCA scoreboard. Kate Watt back to serve. She was the one who got the kill also. Watt serves it. That's received by Morin DeMars. Swanson sets it up. That's going to be Kokesh off a blocker. Up in the air by Anderson. That's number 1. Getting another one. She is just short of 15 kills in today's game. It is 20-12. Broncos trail by 8 once again. Broncos only have 1 timeout left. Coach Hall wanting to use this last timeout wisely. Served by Watt. Received by Basaraba. Kept in play by Skrine. Basaraba's going to send it over the net. Broncos stay alive. Nelson over to Anderson. Dig by Basaraba. Swanson sets it up. That's Kokesh with a kill. Received by Burns. Nelson up in the air. Now that's going to be passed over the net by Two Harbors. Skrine's going to set it up. This is going to be Grasshorn with an attempt. Grasshorn with the kill. Back corner. 2013 now on the PCA scoreboard. Broncos once again continue to try and climb back into this game. 8 kills for Peyton Grasshorn. Subbed into the game, number 13, Hadley Whitbeck. Back to serve, 21, Chesney Skrine. Broncos down by 7, trying to climb back. Skrine's serve goes out of bounds. Down by 8, 21-13 now. Skrine comes out, Marbulla goes in. Also coming into the game for Two Harbors is number 18, Nezgoda. Serving is the superstar herself, number 1, Olivia Hagland. Hagland's serve. That goes to Mara Buller. Kept up in the air by Swanson. Buller able to send it over the net. Broncos stay alive in this one. That's going to be Nelson over to Nezgoda. And Nezgoda gets the point. Now it's 22-13. Broncos down by 9. Serve by Hagland. That's Basaraba. Swanson's going to set it up in the air. That's Grasshorn. Tipped by a blocker. Kept in play by Hurd. They're going to set it up. That is Anderson. And they're going to say that is a point for Two Harbors. Net violation against Neva Kokesh. 23-13 on the PCA scoreboard. Served by Hagland. Received by Buller. Swanson sets it up. That's Whitbeck. No good. Received by Hagland. They're going to set it up. That's Anderson with an attempt. Anderson with the kill. Now we have match point right here in the hands of Hagland of Two Harbors. 24-13. Broncos trying to stay in play, but that's going to be an ace to cap off a stunning performance by Olivia Hagland and to get the win today. Final score in set number 4, 25-13. Two Harbors wins it in 4 sets. Broncos trying to climb back after winning the third, but unable to pull it off. A heartbreaker here on senior night, but what performances by the Broncos. One stand-up performance, of course, being number 4, Peyton Grasshorn, an ace, and 8 kills here today to try and keep her team in the game. Another stunning performance was number 9, Lauren Basaraba, with 4 kills. And then it was number 5, Cameron Cronin, who had 2 kills, 2 aces. And so Broncos, a heartbreaker here on senior night, but what a performance by the team. What a way to try and stick in this one. And so we're going to get ready for our post-game show. You are listening and watching on Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM, as well as on YourLiveEvent.com from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. Coming up, our Domino's Pizza and our Enbridge Energy players of the game for today's contest.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, this is Rob from Falls Lumber Company. I'm new to the company, though not to the industry. If you're looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, stop in and see me in the Design Center. I can help you pick out the perfect cabinets or countertops from brands such as Crystal Cabinets, Cambria, Corian, and Silestone. If you're in need of flooring, we have options including luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, engineered hardwood, and tile. Stop into the Design Center to see me anytime. When you're looking to build or remodel, come to the experts at Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street in International Falls.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know, all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevi with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Welcome back to the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box on Lakes Country 104.1 KSDM. Yours truly, August Schmidt, here live from the Rainy River Press Box. Tough loss here for the Broncos on senior day, losing 3-1 in 4 sets. But what a way to try and climb back and set themselves up for a chance to come back in this one. Some great performances on both sides of the net, of course. Olivia Haglund getting 14 kills for Two Harbors in order to lead her team, as well as 2 aces and 2 blocks. Numerous other blocks, in fact. I probably lost track of the blocks. And Two Harbors just really depended upon number 1 there. No wonder they were feeding her so often in that in those earlier sets. And then it just became more natural as the game progressed for Two Harbors to feed her. And for the Broncos, it was a huge team effort throughout how to try and keep themselves in the game. And they had a lot of really great sets there, sadly losing this one. in 4, but Peyton Grasso, one of the standouts, really performing on senior night, as she had 8 kills total and an ace to cap off her senior night performance. Some other seniors to shout out, such as Lauren Bassaraba, who had 4 kills to help them lead the Broncos, as well as Charlie Swanson, who got an ace, and Chesley Scranton, who got 2 kills and an ace. And then other seniors stepping in big time was Cameron Rasmussen with a couple of kills, and Morgan Morin DeMars with a couple of assists as well. So I'm going to see if I can get all the seniors in for a post-game interview, and I can present the Player of the Game award to one of the seniors, because I have a player in mind, but I want to announce it live, and to them in person. So stay tuned for the rest of our post-game show. We're going to try and wrap this one quick, and I'm going to try and see if I can get the seniors up here for an interview. So we'll be back on Lakes Country 104.1 KSM, as well as on YourLiveEvent.com.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, this is Rob from Falls Lumber Company. I'm new to the company, though not to the industry. If you're looking to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, stop in and see me in the Design Center. I can help you pick out the perfect cabinets or countertops from brands such as Crystal Cabinets, Cambria, Corian, and Silestone. If you're in need of flooring, we have options including luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, engineered hardwood, and tile. Stop into the Design Center to see me anytime. When you're looking to build or remodel, come to the experts at Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street in International Falls.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
The unique strengths of Rainy River lie in the fact that you're going to be supported by faculty and staff, and you're going to be supported by the community.
You know all the professors by name, they all know you by name. We're not just a number, like we actually have a face to the name, which is honestly pretty good. I like it. I'm known, everybody else is known in the school. It makes it feel more comfortable to be here, especially being so far away from home.
Fall is a busy season for local businesses. New projects, fresh goals, and big ideas. At TrueStar, we understand what it takes to grow something real, because we're right here with you. I'm Ryan Tamevy with TrueStar. Whether you're expanding your shop, upgrading equipment, or planning ahead, we're here to help you move forward with a business loan that fits. TrueStar Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on social media.
Ready to ride into fall? Hi, this is Tony Skifstrom at Border Bank. Whether it's an ATV for backwoods thrills or a truck built for bonfire season, Border Bank makes it easy to gear up with a consumer loan that fits your lifestyle. Fast decisions, competitive rates, hometown service that goes the extra mile. So don't just rake leaves, run them over. Apply today at borderbank.com or come visit with me at the bank. Border Bank, customer first, community focused. Member FDIC.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Transportation.
Welcome back. We are live here on Lakes Country 104.1 KSTM, as well as on YourLiveEvent.com. Joining me are all of our seniors from tonight's senior night matchup against the Two Harbor Agates. Hopefully I've been saying it correctly this whole time. But, tough loss today, but way to fight back in there. And so I got to ask you guys, in general, though, going into your senior season, knowing last year playing as a Bronco for the volleyball team, what was your biggest goal? What was your biggest hope for the senior season?
We all basically said we just want to enjoy it while it lasts, since this is our last season as a team. It's very sad, but exciting for future things, and we all just wanted to play our best, try everything, play our hardest.
Yeah. And so what is the goal now moving forward with the remaining games this season?
Just continue working hard and staying positive, having energy. We have some things to work on, obviously. Two Harbors was a good team. I mean, we could have done a little bit better if we had some more energy, but it was a good night overall.
Oh yeah, a lot of really great plays.
Yeah.
What was probably your favorite moment from this game?
Favorite moment? What would you guys say? Anybody?
Mine. Probably no, because that's like selfish. But like when I just got a little set over the net.
Yeah, some of the hits. Neva had some pretty good hits. That was a good. Grasshorn had some good hits.
Grasshorn was on.
It was a good volley overall, though.
Okay. I mean, like I said, and what about your favorite game so far? I think I can maybe predict which game from this season you guys are going to say.
Favorite game?
Yeah.
I'd say Masabi or.
I'd say Lake of the Woods.
That's the one I was thinking you were going to say,
Yeah,
because it was 2016 the last time you guys beat them. So how does it feel, for that game specifically, how did it feel your senior year to be the seniors to beat Lake of the Woods?
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just good since obviously it's been so long. And that was a really good week last week, homecoming week was.
Oh, yeah. And I know in these programs you guys did write down some of your words of advice, but here live, what are some words of advice that you want to give to your underclassmen teammates this year?
Mine would be, if you work for it, you gotta want it. And you gotta want it, and you have to work for it, for sure.
Mine would probably be hard work pays off. The harder you work, the farther you're gonna go doing something.
I would say just stay positive and always try to have a good time, and just try not to get down on yourself, and always just be uplifting for everyone.
Everything's a mindset.
Mine would probably be that mistakes are okay, because there's a lot of times where you're not going to have a perfect practice or a perfect game, and you just have to move forward. Not every game's going to be perfect, and people make mistakes. Everyone's human.
Mine would be don't take anything for granted, and mistakes are proof you're trying, and work as a team, and yeah.
Mine would be set your goals high, because you can do better than you ever think you could, and just stay positive.
Yeah, well, I want to thank you guys for your time real quick. And, of course, I want to present the Domino's Pizza Player of the Game Award. I would love to present it to all of the seniors. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm only allowed to give one away per game. But I think I'm going to actually break the rules here. And so give all of our seniors here tonight. Let me make sure I'm counting it correctly.
Hopefully they're not watching.
Let me just mute the mic. I'm kidding. But 2, 3, 4. All right. But I'm going to present all of you guys Domino's Pizza, because obviously having a huge impact on the season and being huge leaders for the team. I guess one actual final question then. What is a lasting impact you want to leave behind when you graduate?
Honestly, that positivity is key. I just want future Broncos to know that how we all said, mistakes, that's okay. Just be a good person, honestly. Just be a good person overall. Try your hardest, You only live life once, so.
Your attitude goes farther.
Yep. And everything's a mindset, honestly. Just, you want it, work for it. You have to stay positive.
Absolutely.
Be kind.
Absolutely. Well, once again, thank you guys very much for your time. I can take the mic back so that you guys can go and enjoy your weekend. And best of luck as the season continues. And this is going to wrap up our post-game show here on Lakes Country 104.1 KSEM. Final score here, Agates 3, Broncos 1. Agates win it in 4. And this is Augie Schmidt live from the Rainy River, Minnesota North College Press Box. You're listening and watching on Lakes Country 104.1 KSEM, as well as on YourLiveEvent.com. Tune in on Lakes Country tomorrow night as we're going to be covering the Broncos football team as they take on the Greenway Nashwauk-Keewatin Titans in some Friday Night Lights in Coleraine. Again, in Coleraine, not in Nashwauk. It's going to be in Coleraine. And so tune in for that one tomorrow night on Lakes Country 104.1 KSEM.